Hello students, today's chapter is kinds of materials. So let's begin with our topic. Students, let's begin with our first topic, that is conductors of heat. Materials that allow heat to flow through them are called good conductors of heat. Materials which do not allow the heat to flow through them are called the bad conductor of heat. This is the basic difference then which the heat can be flown, that is the good conductors of heat, and in which the heat cannot be flown are the bad conductors of heat. Metals are basically the good conductors of heat, hence our cooking utensils, the utensils which we are used in cooking for the cooking purpose are made from the metals. All other materials are poor or bad conductor of heat, and rest of the all the materials are very poor and the bad conductors of heat. Among these bad conductors of heat, we make use of a special kind of hard प्लास्टिक इन अमंग दीज और जो रेस्ट बैड कंडक्टर्स ऑफ हीट होंगे वो हार्ड प्लास्टिक और वुड के बने होते हैं, जो कि हमारे जो कुकवेयर्स होते हैं, कुकिंग यूटेंसिल्स होते हैं, दैट इज़ यूज्ड इन दोज ऑफ द कुकिंग यूटेंसिल्स. So students, let's begin with our next topic, that is conductors of electricity. So what are conductors of electricity? Materials through which electric current can pass easily are good conductors of electricity. उन materials से through which electric current can pass easily, they are good conductors of heat and electricity. Metals are basically good conductors of electricity. We make use of metals for electric cables in our homes, in our offices, in various industries. The cables are made up of metals. Wood, plastic, rubber, cork, air and certain other materials are basically the bad conductors of electricity because they cannot pass heat through them. These non-conductors or bad conductors of electricity are called as the insulators. So what are insulators, so students? Non-conductors or bad conductor of electricity are also known as the insulators. We make use of metals for electric cables. The cables which we use in our homes have central core made from a metal wire covered all around with an insulator like plastic or rubber. Metal wires in our homes are basically made from the plastic or rubber. This covering of plastic or rubber on a metallic wire or a cable is to save ourselves from electric shocks. The plastic and rubber wires are made so that we can do not get the electric shocks. Slide is grouping or classifying materials. What are classifying materials? Classifying materials is based upon the characteristics properties of a group of materials with their similar use. You students, we usually go to malls or departmental stores there where different types of materials we can get at the same time at the same place. So as you can see in the picture, I have put the picture of a departmental store also. As we visit a departmental store, we find objects being arranged on shelves. On shelves, different types of products are arranged from different categories, where objects on sale are arranged with the criterion. Products that are on sale are on the different shelf, which help in easily identifying and locating the objects desired. So whatever we want, we can easily identify that what type of material or what type of object, what type of thing we want to purchase. The next slide, we will continue the same topic. Hence, we may group different objects on the following three bases. The three grouping are grouping things based on their common properties. If you want the same things, like if you want a biscuit, so the biscuit will be categorized with the same property. Grouping things based on the origin of the material. If we want something like a basin or rava, that means we will group the we will take the material that is from the origin. Grouping things based on the gross properties and the use of materials and or material. This is the grouping in which different type of materials are made to make one object. On a big scale, we have separate markets for objects of different nature. On big scale, like malls, etc., we find separate markets for different purposes. Example, there are nurseries where plant in pots and saplings in wrap are available. If we go to nursery, there are plants or the saplings of plants from where we get the stuff. Next is there is a separate market where we get all types of meat. There is a separate meat market or a meat shop or a meat store where we get all types of meat, like sweet shops. Students, I would like to say that there are different stores, different shops, different markets which fulfill the purposes of our basic needs. So, students, in this slice, we will discuss about grouping things based on common properties. First is living and non-living objects. What are non-living objects? The all the natural objects, that is the plants and animals. They come under the category of the living objects. And the third is non-living things that are natural and man-made. The non-living things are natural and man-made. Students, the last slide is the grouping of things based on the origin of material. The objects which come from plants like grains, seeds, fruits, vegetables, wood, fire are the objects that we obtain from plants. The objects we obtain from animals are milk, eggs, meat, leather, fiber. That example like silk, fur, wool are the objects we obtain from the animals. And the last one is the earth. From earth we get the minerals, metals, ceramics, tiles, marbles, sand, soil, glassware and goods made out of plastics.